Gaffer, Monday afternoon saw us go 4 wins a row in the league. Just how do you reflect on that game?
Well, reflections is exactly what I said to the lads before the game. You know, on the mic'd up series we're doing, you and Harry, great initiative, you know, to show the fans, give a little bit of insight. We'll put them up when and if we lose also. But as I said to the lads before the game, we'll find a way. This group, there's so much belief in them. And we found a way, you know, with Big Ryan going up 3-4-3. So again, we weren't at our scintillating best, but again, the stats were quite remarkable once again. So my reflections are that it goes to show how hard we're working as a group, not just on the pitch, but off the pitch. You've seen how many formation changes, you've seen the stress, the anxiety, you've seen what it takes from the sideline as well to give the players the best opportunity to try and win a game of football. The most pleasing thing was that at half time I said, listen, at 0-0, we're going for it. And I'll take responsibility with you guys and with the press if we get beat. And if you noticed the goal, when we went to 3-4-3, it was a ball up, you know, a good ball up. You know, it wasn't a lump, it was a pass. And Harry Whitwell landed on the knockdown. Listen, he's got there first, it's a foul. But if the referee doesn't give the foul, it's a 4v2 for them. And if they score, do you know what? I'm standing with you guys saying, do you know what? That's what I wanted for my team. We're not happy with a 0-0. We're going to go and try and get the 3 points. It was risk or reward. So that was bravery from our team in a game where it's 0-0. And some people would have taken a point, not us. We're going to go for it.
Delving into those early stats, you must be delighted, one, with how the attacking output has been. I think you mentioned the XG before we came on air. How pleased are you with how it's gone so far?
Well, we've been true to our word. You know, the owner, Dale, wanted an attack style of football, which we're delivering so far. The players are delivering. You know, stats are vitally important in this day and age. We've got to be better, more clinical in the final third. You know, we got the best differential in XG throughout the whole 5 leagues, which is quite remarkable. We're miles, you know, on top of that. Yeah, we're first in it, but we want to be, you know, even better. We can be better as a group. So again, we'll keep playing this relentless way, you know, but we can change. So the stats are looking good. It's a credit to everybody. The stats, you know, even on social media, I think we're up 200%, which is brilliant. There's so much interest in this football club right now. There's always been, you know, we're there to. You know, everybody wants to beat us and knock us, but we're doing everything right at this minute in time.
An update on injuries. Firstly, Howard Doige and Gilly.
Yeah, that's a blow. Doige, you know, 6 weeks. That's a blow because, you know, Doige's been doing brilliant for us. You know, he's a leader in the group. I have several conversations with him. You know, he's a brilliant player, legend at the football club. So that's a blow. And Gilly is going to be out for 8 weeks with a hamstring. Another huge blow because he's came in like a whirlwind and done unbelievable. So that pace will be a miss. So again, but what I'm not going to do is I'm not going to make excuses because the squad is good enough. Even without Doige and Gilly, the people coming into the squad are good enough. So there's no excuses for me. If we get beat at any point, I'm not going to say, well, we got this player out, this player out, this player out. The squad's good enough. So I'll never make excuses. You know, we've got a good enough squad to compete against anybody. And as it stands, let's be honest, I'm disappointed with 13 points. We should have 15. You know, I listen to other managers. I respect every manager in this league. But you know, listening that at the weekend, Monday, that they believe they deserved a point. You know, they didn't. You know, they defended really well at times, but we kept going, and it was a brilliant free kick. But they didn't deserve anything out of the game. We deserved the 3 points.
Braintree this weekend. They've had a couple of good wins at home already. What do you make of them?
Listen, every team's good. It's a tough place to go. You know, I heard the manager's interview after Carlisle. You know, they got beat 5, but they'll look to bounce back. You know, it's a tough couple of games for them, Carlisle and us. Everybody knows that. We'll be up there, so will Carlisle. We'll go there. We'll have a game plan. We can change. And we have to be right. We have to be on it every single game. Every game, we have to go into it like a cup final because people want to beat us. People, now we're top of the league. We want to stay there. We want to stay there, and we're going to do everything we can to stay there. Keep playing, keep working hard. I've not got the fitness stats from Monday yet, but I'll look at them. I'm sure there'll be, over 100,000 as a team, which we have to get. And we said it: if we run harder, work harder, than the opposition, our quality should shine through.
And finally, on the transfer front, we brought in James Balagizi this morning on loan from Liverpool. Just what can you tell us about him?
Brilliant signing for the football club again. It's great that you've seen Coventry, West Brom, Reading, Sheffield United, now Liverpool trusting us with their young players. He's a brilliant talent. I've watched him come through. Playing against my son Charlie. Through the levels at Liverpool, and Charlie was at Manchester United. Seeing him play against my son for England and Wales as well, and he's a brilliant young player. He's had a few loans. What we've got to do now, it's my responsibility to Liverpool and to him, is to get the best out of him. To make him believe in yourself. He's got to develop as the other young players. So it's a responsibility I thrive, I cherish, and I want these players to have this experience with us. To develop and to they're going to make mistakes. I'm going to make mistakes. I've made lots of mistakes already since I've been here, and we're going to, as a group, we're all learning every single day. We're all going to make mistakes, but we can all learn from it. And I want these players to make mistakes because they're going to learn from it and get better. So it's a brilliant signing. It's a player we identified earlier. We didn't think we'd get him through because there's been competition. But thank you to Liverpool, have been brilliant on this, and James and his agent, who as soon as we had the conversation, said, yeah, I want to come, and there was no hesitation. So seeing the facilities, incredible, what he thinks of it. So again, it's brilliant to have him, and hopefully he'll do well for us.